Let it be. Why does it keep asking me to sign? Okay. It's done this like 3 times already. Okay, we're gonna play some Halo. The music is so tasty. Let's go. Oh, this is the boss. Okay. We're gonna beat this guy. Where am I at? Oh. What's going on here?
Fool! You've made yourself an easy task.
Oh no. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Very well, human. I will come to you. Here I am, human. Slay me if you can.
Oh, did I actually kill him this time?
Bad news. The Phantoms are turning around. The fleet's preparing to fire on our position. We need to get out of here.
Woo! Run, Chief. Go, boy. Oh, the music is so good.
This is not your grave, but you are welcome in it.
This is not your grave. Christmas grave mind. Look at this. Such a good looking.
This is unprecedented. Unacceptable.
A hierarch is dead, Commander.
His murderer was within our grasp. If you had not withdrawn our phantoms...
Are you questioning my decision?
No, Holy One. I only wish to express my concern that the brutes...
Recommissioning the Guard was a radical step. But recent events have made it abundantly clear that the elites can no longer guarantee our safety.
I shall relay your decision to the Council.
Politics, how tiresome. Do you know, Arbiter, the elites have threatened to resign, to quit the High Council, because of this exchange of hats?
We have always been your protectors.
These are trying times for all of us.
Even as the humans' annihilation filled us with satisfaction, the loss of one of the sacred rings racked our hearts with grief.
Putting aside our sorrow, we renewed our faith in the prophecy that other rings would be found, and see how our faith has been rewarded.
Halo, its divine wind will rush through the stars, propelling all who are worthy along the path to salvation.
But how to start this process? For ages we searched for one who might unlock the secrets of the rings. An oracle. And with your help, we found it.
With appropriate humility, we plied the oracle with questions, and it, with clarity and grace, has shown us the key.
You will journey to the surface of the ring and retrieve this sacred icon. With it, we shall fulfill our promise.
Salvation for all.
And begin the great journey.
Once the shield is down, you will head straight to the library. I do not wish to keep the hierarchs waiting. The human that killed the Prophet of Regret. Who was it? Who do you think? The demon is here? Why? Looking for a little payback? Retrieving the icon is my only concern. Of course.
The demon is here.
pick you up when you finish.
The demon is here.
Close to one of the shield generators. Many of my troops have fallen attempting to take it down. Let's see if you fare better.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go.
Overload the locks holding it in place. It's useless to attack an enforcer from the front, especially when their shields are up. Stay in the shadows. Wait till it loses interest. Then strike the beast when its back is turned.
I am the Arbiter.
Our path to the library is clear. Pick you up on the ledge ahead.
Daughters.
Blasted machine! Make your own way through the wall, Arbiter.
A blue beam, baby. Where are these guys coming from so I can... Jump in here? Supposed to be back here?
We'll hold out as long as we can. Get her off me! Suppressive fire! Suppressive fire! There it is.
That's dark. Where am I supposed to go? Was I not supposed to kill that thing? Oh. I could have just avoided that whole fight. That sucks. Let's go. Why is this giving me some Covenant guns right now? That's not suspicious at all. Oh, of course the music changed. Of course I fall off. What? What was that? Oh, let me guess. You're supposed to go. You're not supposed to stay there and keep shooting them. It's dark. Oh, hey, what are you?
To live, you only need kill me.
Oh, wait.
A fine battle, don't you think? Use it to smite our enemies.
Use it to smite our enemies.
You bring honor to that armor, Arbiter. I shall not soon forget this victory. Very good. Forerunners deployed the Arbiter. This quarantine zone has been compromised. We must do what we can against it. Our same difference.
I have it right here.
Arbiter, what are you doing here? We must hold this camp until reinforcements.
we shall not fall. It looks so
In
good.
the center of this zone is a sacred icon critical to the great journey. I must find it.
We shall cut into the heart of this infestation, retrieve the icon, and burn any flood that stand in our way. The parasite is not to be trifled with. I hope you know what you're doing.
The parasite.
Forward, warriors, and fear not pain or death. Go, Arbiter. I'll follow when our reinforcements arrive.
Glad to have you along for the ride.
Forces, to the vehicle! Proceed their heavy guns! Onward to the sacred icon! Go!
Where the heck am I even supposed to? Oh. Can I get another dude on her?
Right beside you.
There we are. Now we're kitted out.
I'm on my way.
Wow, what? Is that human?
Have a race! Person!
Gosh darn it.
Enemy ghost! Danger is nigh! Enemy!
Oh no.
Get all killed! What work is seen? By the ring, this is too much!
Oh. Oh, what the heck?
Come out! You're dead! Famous! There were!
I got us, baby.
Get ready!
What was that? That was a fun glitch. That wasn't a fun glitch. sniping me across the map. Oh.
No one but yourself. Oh, I promise no death.
What? Let's try that one more time.
Our foes multiply. Hostile go. Let it go.
Come on, guys, follow me if you can. Or not, AI. Oh boy, what? Where was I supposed to go? So I come out of that. Damn, this is a little guy. Oh, of course. I supposed to go? Oh, where did he come from? Of course. Oh, come on. Gotta make it. There we go. Of course there's a rocket one. That's great. Oh no, wait. Oh, I totally killed my own guys.
You're a welcome sight, Arbiter.
Yeah.
Once again, brothers, victory is ours.
I totally killed a bunch of my own dudes right there. I thought they were... Silence demon. Oh, the music.
More humans. They must be after the Icon. On your way, Arbiter. I'll deal with these beasts.
On your way, Arbiter.
I see that coward didn't join you. I'll do what I can to keep the flood off your back.
The Hierarchs do not look kindly on failure.
I grow restless without a target. Running low, is it? Look, up ahead. The parasite gathers for an attack. Abomination! death is my duty. Any more?
Dude.
They are demolished. The fool, he'll alert them to our presence. We're on the bright side. Maybe they'll shoot him down.
Maybe they'll shoot him down.
Hold your ground. As it rings. Get up. Why don't you get up?
Get up.
Behold the field of battle. How then the battle? Well enough, well enough.
Of course. It's time for me to sleep anyways. I'm tired of this. Good night, everybody.
Mike, I'm going to codify this contract.
Today we're going to look back at games throughout the years that were chosen as the best games of the year that ended up aging like milk. Just not as good looking back. We're not even saying these games are bad. Most of them are actually pretty great, but time is a funny thing and public perception changes, or better games release that surpass these. Look, it's just a fun trip down memory lane. We've got 10 examples, so let's get started off with number 10. There's games that have aged poorly, and then there's games like MultiVersus that literally can't even be played anymore. The game was delisted from all digital storefronts on May 30th, 2025. You can no longer even play MultiVersus if you wanted to. The game is just gone. That's not even the worst of it though. By the end, the game was a shadow of its former self, made worse in pretty much every way by Warner Brothers in this desperate attempt to extract as much money from the game's rapidly dwindling player base as possible. There have been few games that have just been botched as hard as Multiverses was. Look, the game was popular in 2022 when it launched. People liked it. I liked it. We all liked it here. Back when we first played it, it was a good kind of alternative to Super Smash Brothers. And while calling it the best fighting game of the year feels kind of odd even now, there really wasn't a lot of great competition in 2022. So I actually think, at least at the time, it was a fair enough choice. It's only now, looking back at all the terrible decisions that were made after, that makes this award and the praise just look not great, because at least at the time it was a good game. This is why giving the award win to a game that's still in open beta isn't always the best idea, because it's still subject to change significantly. And that's exactly what happened with Multiverses. It got worse. And then the game was put offline in early 2023, only for it to get revived a full year later, but in somehow an even worse state. And now we can't play it at all. After the re-release, it felt like everybody quit. The game lost most of its player base. And then again, the whole thing closed down a year later. So if that's not aging like milk, then I don't know what is. Next at number 9, Gone Home. This game was a controversial pick back in the day, and it's only looking more out of place today as the entire indie genre has evolved significantly since 2013. Gone Home is a game that feels kind of like a relic from the past, with extremely basic gameplay and a revolutionary at the time narrative that today actually comes off pretty quaint, which, I mean, I guess we've come really far. Video game storytelling has just kind of passed this game by. It was seen as a huge, significant step forward for the maturity of the medium back in 2013, but today, it feels more of like a footnote. The importance some outlets, pundits gave to it might feel a little exaggerated today, even if it's tackling a subject that is still relevant and still important. It's just doing it in a way that feels more unsophisticated in 2025. The game's development studio, Fulbright, was seen as these pioneers in a new form of storytelling for the medium, but they never really managed to take off, because there's Gone Home in 2013 and then Tacoma in 2017, which we covered, and that's really it, before information about the studio head's abusive behavior came out, and then the entire studio eventually quit to form their own studio, leaving just one guy at Fulbright to work on their next game. As a walking simulator, Gone Home isn't a terrible game or anything. It's got a cool narrative. The reveal is great. Most of the games on this list, again, aren't going to be terrible, just that in a lot of ways they've been surpassed by newer, more complex games, and in Gone Home's case, more adult, more mature examinations of their chosen topics. There are tons of narrative indie games out there that deal with the exact same things Gone Home is about, but tackle them in a more relatable, more emotionally honest way. They're just better games, to be frank, and while it's commendable that Gone Home was kind of a trendsetter, it's a game that's kind of left behind now. It will always have its fans, rightfully so, but now in 2025, the landscape with this type of storytelling is just a lot different. Next at number 8, Yokai Watch 2. I know what you're thinking, like, what the hell is a Yokai Watch? Look, it's a common question for anyone outside of Japan. The one place this desperate attempt at Pokemon coattail hanging was actually successful. So Famitsu, the most recognizable video game magazine from Japan, they love these things. But Western critics, even at the time, were less than enthused. The same year GameSpot gave the game a withering 5 out of 10, Famitsu awarded it their 2014 Game of the Year. With the Yokai Watch franchise really dead and buried now, thanks to Level 5 running it into the ground in record time, the fact that Yokai Watch 2 won the big award over pretty much anything else that year was pretty surprising, and it remains one of the weirdest outliers in the magazine's history. There's a reason why it won though, because the grand prize winner of the annual Famitsu Awards is really just a popularity contest. It's voted on by readers of the magazine. 2014 was pretty much the height height of Yokai Watch's popularity in Japan, and it was all downhill for the franchise after this. The reason for that is pretty obvious if you play the game. It's a rushed rehash of the original with very little innovation. The first dozen or so hours are practically identical to the first game, and the original was pretty slow anyway. Sales dropped significantly in other countries with the second game, and Level 5's dreams of this multimedia empire to rival Pokemon were dashed. Yokai Watch 2 is just a kind of middling, simplistic game meant for a younger audience. It wasn't great when it came out, and there's very little reason to play it now. It's aged worse than most of Level 5's much older, but somehow much better games from the PlayStation 2. Next at number 7, Super Mario Maker, which was Giant Bomb's 2015 Game of the Year. Now, this was unquestionably a pretty great and innovative game at the time. It allowed people to make their own Super Mario levels and upload them and share them and play them with anyone across the globe. It winning Game of the Year from some outlets is not the problem here. The game was good, really good. The issue is that it is now almost impossible to play anymore. Such is the danger of nominating games that require online support to function for Game of the Year. Some of those choices are going to age poorly once the servers go down. And in Super Mario Maker's case, they stopped selling the game on the Wii U eShop in January 2021. Then they ended course upload support in March of that same year, and all access to levels went away on that fateful day of April 8th, 2024. The boxed copy for this game is essentially worthless now. Like, it doesn't do anything. It's not completely unplayable, but unlike the sequel, there are barely any pre-built levels already in the game. So there's basically nothing to do in it unless you want to build levels that you can only share with yourself and a few particularly patient friends. There's a reason why I said almost impossible to play this game anymore, because you can technically still play if you're willing to hack your system and do some other crazy stuff I won't mention here in fear of Nintendo's lawyers. Please don't get us. Look, someone somewhere was kind enough to back up every user created level in the game. So this stuff isn't lost forever. Shout out to them, shout out to the community, shout out to the passion behind a game that was so good. But, you know, even if it isn't lost forever, for most of us, the average consumer, it might as well be. Next at number 6, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, best fighting game at the VGA's 2006. Yes, you heard that right. You are not in like a drug-inspired fever dream. Somehow, one of, if not the worst games in the entire history of the Mortal Kombat franchise somehow won an award at the predecessor to the Game Awards even. Okay, look, it's not the absolute worst game in the series depending on who you ask, but as a fighting game, Armageddon is pretty bad, even in comparison to the two other pretty janky and mechanically sloppy games from that same boring era. New Super Mario Bros. Wii, the 2010 Japan Game Awards winner. That's right, for many, New Super Mario Bros. Wii was made smack dab in the middle of Mario's quote-unquote boring era, where everything had to strictly adhere to brand guidelines, and everything about the series was made pretty bland and like as safe as possible. This game is the poster child for that time in the franchise, the growing pains, when there was very little innovation, and it was more about appealing to the broad audience of the Nintendo Wii rather than the hardcore fan base and just really pushing innovation. This thing could qualify as a sleep aid. It's just so safe and boring. It's fine, but there's nothing to really get excited about, from the, you know, very bland art design to the pretty straightforward levels, the uninspired power-ups and worlds. It's innovative in the way the game incorporates 4-player co-op, but other than that, the game is just kind of a flat line. It's one of those games that can be fun with friends for a little while before everyone inevitably gets bored and moves on to do something else equally or more engaging, like, you know, watching paint dry. Here's the thing, look, again, the game is not terrible. It's still got that Nintendo polish. And while I joke, the multiplayer stuff was pretty innovative at the time. It was a big deal. A lot of people engaged with it, but this game definitely feels dated in 2025 if you go back and play it. Way more so than most other Mario games. Even the NES ones feel like they've aged better. It's the ultimate product of its time, and it's indicative of the core direction Nintendo was taking Mario at the time. They wanted it to be safe and never push boundaries or do anything crazy interesting. Thankfully, they very much fully got over that with the Switch, so Mario games are actually really fun and creative again. But until that time, it was kind of like not the most exciting time to be.
Washed